here's to just starting and seeing how it goes. Handy dandy notes. Very first note that I wrote myself was, don't curse. This is a video about making a song for a child. Oh, that's a cool bug. What kind of bug is that? There was a bug outside, excuse me. It's too warm in here. And yet, we persist. Oh, good crack. Everybody shake it out, roll it out, stretch it out with me. When's the last time you rolled your shoulders? Everybody roll it out. Oh my goodness. The rolling of the shoulders and the cracking of the joints. Okay, feeling centered. Hello. Okay, try that one more time, Chloe. Functioning. Functioning. I'm a functioning human being. Hello there, my parasocial pals, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chloe Payne, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today, we are going to write a commission song together. A few pieces of context that I think are important to have before we jump into the video. I live in Seattle. It is the weekend of the Seafair parade stuff. You know, all the boats are out, all the planes are out. The Blue Angels, the really loud, like, oh my God, time and space is ripping apart because of the amount of noise that is happening as a result of these planes flying overhead. Those planes have been out and about in the city throughout today. We've got on all of our favorite little anxiety coping mechanisms. We've got the loop earplugs in. We've got the little spinny anxiety ring. I feel like a dog who needs to wear a thunder jacket on the 4th of July. It's a lot. If a blue angel flies overhead, I apologize for whatever reaction might be caught on camera as I shrivel into a little anxiety ball of oh God, oh God, oh God. There is typically a fair amount of like airplane traffic noise overhead, and I do my best typically to film around that. Today there just happens to be so much of it that it's not really worth trying to film around, so I apologize if this video has like a little bit of occasional overhead noise. I certainly won't include anything to the level of like Blue Angel jets ripping through the space. If you are also like a noise sensitive jump scare kind of person, rest assured you won't have to worry about that. But just to give you some context for what my brain is doing today, that gesture is what it's doing. That's what's happening. That's where I'm at. It's also just really, really hot today. I typically do my best to film these type of songwriting videos just in real time and then to edit it together so that everything gets caught and you can see the clock or whatever. In this instance, we'll definitely be taking breaks so that I can like turn the fan back on just to make sure that I don't melt into a puddle before your very eyes. I won't have the camera just running uninterrupted from like minute 1 to minute done of our songwriting time today. But rest assured, we're still just writing a song in real time today, even if, goodness forbid, our progress gets interrupted occasionally by an edit. Chloe, overly editing videos? Chloe including way more cuts than necessary and filling videos full of memes and jokes when they may or may not benefit the actual narrative. Couldn't be me. I would never. So, what are we here to do today? I'm a songwriter, performer, actor, singer, person. I offer commission songwriting services. A lot of the music and the songwriting, I can't keep like flinching in butthole clench stress every single time that a plane goes by. I have to remind myself of that. Keep talking, Chloe. You're fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Today we're here to write a commission song. I really like to write acoustic music. I really like to write original stuff or even just like customized cover songs for people who have a special occasion or like a birthday, an anniversary, a surprise thing, a singing telegram kind of thing. If you're in the Seattle area, you could hire me to do this kind of thing for you in person to surprise someone. I thought I would take the time to film today's little songwriting experience just because I just so happened to have gotten contacted by a client to put a song together earlier this week, and it's a pretty quick turnaround time. Today is the only day that I have to sit and actually put the song together. So I figured it would be a fun opportunity to just sit and document the writing process together, and that then it could be a fun opportunity to just also kind of talk through what the process of hiring me is like in case you'd ever thought about doing it and you were curious. The first part of our communication back and forth will definitely be sort of just like, you know, free consultation type discussing of basics, right? To figure out whether what you have in mind and what your timeline is compatible with my schedule and what I can do to help you. This part of the conversation will often just be like us chatting back and forth over social media, or we can have a phone call or a Zoom meeting. We could meet up for a coffee if you're in the area. Whatever works best for you. We'll be going over some basics of just like what the type of project is that you have in mind, if there's a particular style of music or anything that you want it to sound like, what your timeline is the real main important thing, just making sure if there's room on both of our calendars for when we want to get it put together. And we'll start to talk about some basics of pricing as well. I generally charge between like 100 and 200 bucks depending on the specifics of the request. It's pretty standard rate for people doing this type of work, especially independent artists. In this instance, the client that we're writing a song for today is somebody who hit me up via Instagram. We chatted about some of the specifics there, hashed all the finalized details via email. It's going to be a 6-day turnaround time. They hit me up on Monday and I'm going to get the song to them by the Sunday. So yeah, 6 days later, 150 bucks to get that kind of turnaround time for a song for an upcoming birthday. So it's, yeah, pretty time sensitive. They need to have it by the birthday. Oh God, that's a like visual plane. That plane was very low. I'm fine. Should I not be recording today? I'm experiencing mild regret about the concept of having put a camera on myself while everything is happening outside that is happening today. But now we're in it. We can't turn back. There's no turning back. I'm committed. So alarming to just turn around and there's a plane that close. Planes are huge. Planes are too big. Shake it out. Shake it out. Everybody shake out your fidget ring and your emotional support rose quartz. Ooh, okay, anyway, yeah, 6-day turnaround time, 150 bucks. What else? Invoice. Invoice is the last thing. I'm always happy to make sure that you are provided with a PDF of specifically what you are being charged, what some other of the specifics of the financial agreement are. Make sure that you have something for your records. I primarily accept payment just digitally, either Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. I'm at ChloeThePayne on all of those services. Now we get to get down to the fun part, which is actually writing the song. There were 2 prompts that I got from this client to work off of. I'm going to refer to the client as Mama, and I'm going to refer to the person that we're writing the song for as Olivia. Her name is Olivia. When Mama first contacted me, her general explanation of what she was looking for was looking for some... The plane noise is going to be less stressful from here on out because now we're going to be working on a song, and that's always fun and calming and centering, and that's going to be good. Okay, yeah. Looking for someone to write a song for my daughter. Her birthday is coming up. Just a simple birthday song with some nice lyrics, which will have her name mentioned and some other fun things. She suggested a time length of the song, which is always fun when clients have something in mind. She said like just a 1 or 2 minute long song. Oh, here's the one piece of wording that I thought was really sweet. I would love a simple melodic sound to make her happy and keep some good memories in her heart. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that so lovely? I'm so excited. This is going to be great. And so that was a great just starting of the conversation for me to be able to start to assess, whether I'd be a good fit for this request and whether I would have time to write something like that. I totally do. So that was a good start. And then over email, I generally provide like sort of a questionnaire if it feels appropriate, if we haven't already worked out a lot of other details. In this instance, with some of the additional questions that I asked, we got some more specifics to customize this song for Olivia. She is turning 7. She likes mermaids, and her favorite show is the PJ Masks, but she's in love with Spider-Man. She loves to eat cake a lot. You'd probably want to mention her puppy Lenzo too. They're best friends. Okay, so first part of our research process here. I have no idea what PJ Masks is. And what time is it right now? It is 3:42, so I'm keeping an eye on the clock. I'll probably set an actual timer when we pull out the ukulele and start sitting down. Just if you're also a creative person, maybe you can relate to this in terms of being a bit of a disciplinarian with my time, is I enjoy this work so much that if I let myself, I would just fall down a rabbit hole and work on something like this for an entire day. In order to manage the rest of my life and manage my time, I do have to put some restrictions on myself. So I generally try to tell myself that the at least first songwriting session that I sit down for a project like this, maybe it's going to end up being more complicated, more difficult, but generally I'm pretty good at being able to knock out some version of a song in no more than an hour. I like that initial deadline to put on like my first sit down creative attempt at something because it forces you to make decisions, right? It forces you to just pick something and commit to it. Most of the first time drafting process when you are writing something to spec is you just gotta make choices. You can't be too precious about it. So all that just to say, even though we are not yet picking up the ukulele and actually composing, I'm starting now to research, right? I'm starting to be like, gosh, what are these prompts that I've been given? given. And so I have to look at the time and tell myself, Chloe, it's 3:45. Don't let yourself get lost down a rabbit hole of researching these prompts for too very long. What is PJ Masks? Okay, this is adorable. These guys are adorable. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, I'm obsessed. What are some of these characters' names? Meet the characters of PJ Masks. Ah, look at these cuties! This is adorable. This is adorable. Catboy, incredibly fast, amazingly agile. Who is this red owlette? Owlette! Oh, who is this dino-looking person? Gecko! Wow. Luna girl, I'm obsessed with you. Luna girl, I want to be just like you when I grow up. Luna girl, will you be my friend? Okay, so let's start making some notes. I should have a pen. Songwriting process has always involved, like, let me have like great big sheets of paper for writing out things in big blocky letters. Just, it really helps my brain to be able to see things in a very like clear, laid out, not a lot of space for like tiny notes in the margins and things that I'll overlook. If I end up needing to perform something live, I work off of lead sheets. And so, you know, for it to be able to be big enough printed with my handwriting that I can like have it on a music stand, you know, 2 feet away and still be able to like read it. So this is my emotional support like bundle of markers that I've been doing that work with for years and years, and I've gone through several of these notebooks of that size. I should have just a pen for making a few quick notes. Okay, so the name of the show is PJ Masks. We got Catboy and Owlette and Gecko. And now we are already into the part of a songwriting process that will be about maybe I get more excited about certain things than like are necessarily appropriate for the project. Because of course, if I go back to the prompt, Mama let me know her favorite show is the PJ Masks, but she's in love with Spider-Man. To me, that sounds like, okay, maybe I could do like a quick mention about PJ Masks. But of course, the goal is Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the end all be all. Maybe there's going to be a place in there for me to include some kind of little like Spider-Man, Spider-Man. It is Olivia's birthday. Actually, just for the sake of being able to put down this phone, let me bullet point everything. So Olivia, and she's turning 7. Mermaids, that's another good one. Cake, and her puppy is Lenzo. Is that everything? Great. So now we can put down the phone. Cool. I think that that's just about enough to jump in. I'm a singer first and foremost, and I'm one of those people who learned, you know, just enough guitar and ukulele to be able to accompany myself on basic things and do some basic songwriting. I pretty much only ever compose in either key of C or key of G, and I'm always trying to push my boundaries on that a little bit more. In this instance, for today's project, I'm definitely committed right off the bat that I'm just going to stick to key of C. I like to keep in mind if I'm composing something for someone who might want to play the song themselves one day, or if their family might want to be able to play the song one day. And since we already know we're writing for a 7-year-old, requested to be just kind of like a simple melodic thing, it is something that could potentially be played by somebody in the family if they wanted to, if they had a ukulele sitting around. So why not just keep it as simple as possible? Key of C is really nice and easy. I might put a capo on the ukulele if I'm really feeling wild, just to help it have like an even brighter, more fun, peppy sound for the recording at least, but I'll compose it in the key of C. I already know that right off the bat. The only other thing that I've done just in terms of just the fun first songwriting challenge of the name Olivia. What are things that you can rhyme with Olivia? First thing that my brain is starting to do is something along the lines of like, Olivia, it is so chill of ya to have a great day today. Olivia, chill of ya, something like that. First of all, clunky half rhyme. We love a clunky little half rhyme. Can't go wrong with that kind of thing. It's already imperfect for that reason. That wording has been bouncing around in my head a little bit for a couple nights. It first showed up in my head a couple nights ago. And the longer that it's been sitting in my brain and okay, completion of this thought. Wording of Olivia, Chilivia, something like that. Been rolling around in my head for a couple days. It's starting to get itself attached to a melody that kind of sounds like that old Molly Lewis song. That melody of the Stephen Fry, I see no reason why. In my head, I'm starting to go, Olivia, it is so chill of ya. And you know, on the one hand, there's always that thing of like, there's only so many chords, there's only so many melodies. Notes are gonna get put together in similar ways forever and ever until the end of time. In a certain way, it's unavoidable for things to sound kind of like other things. But, you know, anytime that you do start to really register like, oh, I'm just fully like replacing what could be an original melody in my head with like, I'm letting it just turn into a melody of a song that I already know and love. You know, you want to challenge yourself to go in a different direction when that happens. I think that's a good place to start. We've got our prompts written out. I like to try to always make sure that everything is as analog as possible, just so I'm not getting distracted by phones. But I will set a timer. That'll be our one little device that is helping us out. Everything else, our analog resources, we've got laid out for us. We're hydrating. We've got some water and some tea. We've got our emotional support markers. It's helpful to head into a songwriting session with one or two basics already decided on in terms of musicality. And so having already picked a key. So I think that's plenty to get started with. Let's set a timer for 40 minutes to start. Oh, and that's perfect. It's just about to turn over into 4 o'clock. It's 3:59. It's 4 o'clock. Perfect. I don't know how well you can see the things. It is 4 o'clock / we are counting down 40 minutes. I will be back at that time to report what progress we have made and to, you know, hopefully head into then a last little like power session of a final maybe like 20-30 minutes to really like finalize what we're doing, and hopefully we'll have some version of this song ready to go in the next hour. Here we go. Let's see how it goes. And we're back. It is 4:37. We've got like 2 minutes left on the timer for this portion. I'm just gonna stop it now because we turned the camera back on. We're kind of into this final portion. Feeling really good. Feeling really good. This has been super duper fun. What do you know? It's good for your mental health to calm down and play a fun, silly instrument and write a fun, silly song. Who would have guessed? I also feel like, maybe I'm gonna jinx it by saying this, but I feel like the planes are becoming less frequent as the afternoon goes on. Maybe did I just jinx it? Who's to say? Okay, so we've made some pretty good progress. I think that I've got the shape of it, lyrics pretty much figured out. I haven't really figured out the chords for the one part, so we're gonna start writing down the chords. I don't think I need this one anymore. I think I got this all. This is the list of prompts, and I think I got all the prompts in there. Yes. Yes. Hoping we might be able to find a spot in the ending for extra Spider-Man. I got one Spider-Man reference in there, but she loves Spider-Man. We got mermaids, we got cake. So I don't need this anymore. We just need to start what the chords are. In a perfect world, I would like to be a good enough musician to make the chorus involve this one rhythmic thing that started getting stuck in my head when I sat down. Something like, it's very simple. I should be able to do that and sing at the same time. Maybe one day I will be able to. But for now, I found myself in the first like 10 minutes starting to feel like I was kind of cosplaying as like a writer on a children's show, that I was like writing for Bear in the Big Blue House or something. It started to feel like, oh, the goal here is to write something the kids would sing on a show like PJ Masks or something. I like it being kind of bouncy, marchy, or like walking to the park or something. The lyrics are starting to come together in that way as well. Like that's where the words are falling, is like, you know, on nice, bouncy, like, yeah, I want Olivia to be able to sing along to it if she wants to. So I think that that's coming together. So much to say. I should set another timer because I could get lost in this for a long time. And I should set a timer because I could get lost in this for a long time. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Can probably finish it if we just make some strong choices. So 15 minutes. Where was I just getting lost? So much to see. And then does it just stay on the F? Is it that I'm trying to, in my imagination, does it need to be more staccato? Is that... We're obviously moving away from that. It's obviously unnecessarily complicated, not only for this particular song, which is okay to be very simple, but it is obviously kind of beyond what I'm capable of doing right now. That being said, though, this is how you end up being somebody who's been playing an instrument for 10 plus years, but very much plateaued at a skill level. When everything that you're writing or playing is for a specific project, it's really easy for everything that you write and create and perform to be catered to the parameters of what the project is. And you find yourself constantly saying like, well, it doesn't need to be that complicated because this is good enough for this project. This is appropriate for this project. This is fine for this project. And then you end up not pushing yourself and you end up having still just known like the same 3 strum patterns for 10 plus years. I am continuing to dig myself deeper and deeper into that hole of mediocrity, which is what my musicianship has become throughout the course of my whole career. But it's fine for this project. I don't have the time right now to continue, pushing and practicing a whole new skill. So I think we just realized the chorus can be like a easier modified version of that thing, that rhythmic thing that I had wanted to do. And then how does it go from that back into the... Okay, so write down the good decisions that we are making so far. Well, I won't start writing it down yet because I might still change it, but this is good. We're making decisions. Yeah, that works. Yay! We're solving a little musical puzzle. Isn't it exciting? Okay, let's write it down and see if it actually still works. Okay, so what I've composed so far is now transcribed and we can try to play it through. 5 minutes left on the timer, so I'll just turn the timer off now so I don't get interrupted. Cool, because then yeah, I will have given this just about an hour. Once I stop filming this video, I can take some time to sit and just record the audio, and that will only be a little over an hour, so I will not have given too much time to this. / it's not just the me selfishly needing to protect my time thing that is the concern when it comes to not wanting to give too much to a project, right? It's also I'm definitely someone who needs to force myself to say stop when a project is probably going to benefit from just being considered to be finished, right? Something like this that is supposed to be simple and melodic. Those are the prompts that I was given. At a certain point, the song, the project itself is not going to benefit from more sitting and splitting hairs, right? It's not going to benefit from being made more complicated. That's honestly the kind of thinking that I often have to apply to other types of projects that are for professional gigs or, adult clients or whatever. In children's composition, as in life, I think that it is something that benefits all of us sometimes to be reminded that like, you gotta force yourself to put it down. You gotta force yourself to acknowledge that like, you gotta be done, because there's usually not much to be gained from just like continuing to obsess over something. You gotta give yourself permission to call it done and to walk away from it and to let it be a finished product instead of continuing to tweak and tweak endlessly forever and ever. Because why? There's a hair on me I shed. Cool. So I think... yeah, let's try and just do one full run through of it. I also haven't yet hashed out exactly what the beginning or end of it is. It's probably just going to be a simple strum through of the chords, once to begin it and once to end it. Doesn't need to be complicated. Oh, and I'll time it as well, because I assume that it's about 2 minutes, but yeah, we'll see. Let's just walk through it and see how it goes. All right, let's see how this here goes. And we'll have our stopwatch that we tap right as we begin it, so that we can hopefully get an idea of how long it is. What a great day to be me. Oh, okay, I can't curse in the middle of the song that I'm recording as a draft for the child. Let's start again. Good times, Chloe. Good job, good job. What did I do wrong? So much to do. What a great day to... oh, it stays. That's what it is. Don't mess that up, Chloe. This is where we bring in the emotional support markers, because sometimes you need to write the reminders in a different color. Sometimes dad is better. Okay, I think that's enough for me to not mess that up again. Let's find out. Okay. To be you, so much to do. What a great day to be me. much to see. Lenzo wants to go outside and play. Mermaids wanna splash around all day. Spider-Man swinging is his favorite thing. And everybody wants to sing Olivia. Today's your day. Olivia. Hip, hip, hooray. What a great day to be here. With so much cheer. What a great day to have fun with everyone. A big yummy cake is gonna taste so good. We'll share it all together like we know we should. Owlette, Gecko, and the cat boy too. Everybody's here for you, Olivia. Today's your day, Olivia. Hip, hip, hooray, Olivia. Today's your day, Olivia. Hip, hip, hooray. That was exactly 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 9, 10, 11, 12 seconds. And I think that's fine. I think that has to be, I think I have to tell myself that that's done. I think I have to tell myself I don't think it benefits from anything else. Yeah, I like that. I think it's cute. It ended up kind of naturally feeling like a cast of characters to sort of like, you know, as if it were a birthday party that we're inviting all of these people to. Lenzo the puppy is there, and the mermaids are there, and Spider-Man is swinging in, and I think that was a perfectly nice vibe for it to turn out to be. I like that it doesn't say anything specifically about birthday anywhere in it. I did do that intentionally because I like, you know, something like this to be more about a spirit of celebration or joy or happiness that can be sung all year round, and, you know, maybe make somebody think of a birthday vibe or that kind of having a special day. It's not quite as limited to just the vibe of a birthday. Yeah, I think that's great. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And it is, what time is it? It is 5:15. So we started this writing process at basically 3:45, and now we've got a finished version of the song. I think that it will make a client and little 7-year-old who is having a birthday happy. I'm happy with it. I think that they will be happy with it. That's really fun to have worked on camera. Thank you so much for being my sort of accountability buddy there in the form of a lens for me to talk those things out loud to. I think that's it for this video. If you ever want to connect on social media, feel welcome to come and find me and let's hang out on the interwebs together. I am at ChloeThePayne on all the things. I spend most of my time on Instagram and Tumblr. You can also hit me up via email, of course, ContactChloeThePayne@gmail.com. And feel welcome to also just leave any comments below here on the YouTube video. How did any of this resonate for you in terms of just like, you know, the madness that happens inside the confines of the brain, creating something, you know, the little knots that you tie yourself up in? How relatable is that for you? Or do you think that my brain is broken and you want to criticize my songwriting process terribly? Tear me to shreds. Go ahead. All engagement is good engagement. I welcome it all. Have you also recently had to survive the ordeal of stuff like the Blue Angels and loud summer events near where you live? And how mad is it driving you? Are you also benefiting from the existence of things like loop earplugs to cope and make it through your sensory overload day? Should the loop earplugs sponsor me, because I use these products all the time and I would love to shout their praises from the rooftops and also potentially make some money from it? Let's do that. Let's tell them that. Let's start the campaign in the comments below. Oh, and I can't remember if I've said anywhere else in the course of this video, but subscribe to the YouTube channel. YouTube is really awesome and I'm really proud of this channel, and I'm having fun moving more into my era of like not feeling cringy and self-deprecating about really loving YouTube and really being proud of my channel and wanting more people to hang out here. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up on the video to show the internet algorithm gods that you liked it, and subscribe and stick around for more. Thank you so much for joining me for this. I really just like to make the types of videos that I like to watch, and I really love watching people share their creative process. It means a lot to be able to make this type of work. It's very calming for my brain and helps me like focus and feel like I'm giving myself some accountability, documenting like, Chloe, you got to get this done because you told this camera that you'd have something done by the end of this hour. It's helpful for me in terms of how I make things, and it's fun for me as a viewer to watch when other people make videos like this. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of this kind of thing from me, I have made a couple things like this before, of like, you know, writing something in real time. I'll link those up here in the info card. I'll have maybe the playlist that I'll link here for the end card will be like my playlist of commissioned songs if you want to hear my other commissioned song stuff. And I'll start trying to do this kind of thing more often. I really like sharing the process and having a little documentation of what it was like to work on something, just as almost even like a scrapbook thing as well. So thank you for sharing in that experience with me. I really appreciate your time. That plane is too close to the ground. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. It is awesome of you to have spent this time with me. I hope to see you on the channel again soon. And until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And now I should capture a thumbnail. There's that cool bug again. What kind of bug are you? The way you float around is really cool. I wonder, I wonder, I wonder. Maybe this is a thumbnail. Do I kind of look like I know what I'm doing? Oh, existing. We did it.